You stare at the glowing numbers on your phone, feeling secure in your quiet, comfortable life. A little dopamine hit from your retirement app. I come from a time of brutal recessions that would crush you, where money was earned with calloused hands, not empty clicks. The fatal error you are making is trusting your life's work to a digital promise that will be broken, a slow-motion robbery you are cheering on. If your ego is too fragile for this truth, swipe away now. But if you have the courage to learn, stay and listen. If you've ever looked at your pension fund statement, at the maze of numbers and hidden fees, and realized that inflation is eating your money faster than you can deposit it, I want you to comment the word robbed below, all lowercase, because you are being robbed in slow motion, and they're counting on you not noticing until it's too late. They want you to keep scrolling, keep clicking, keep yourself distracted until your back gives out and your hair turns gray. Let me tell you a story. I call it the melting fortune. It's about my brother-in-law, Frank. For 35 years, Frank was the perfect model employee, a ghost in the machine. He showed up early, he left late. The smell of industrial coolant was baked into his clothes. His hands were a road map of calluses and small scars from a lifetime of working with steel. He faithfully deposited a chunk of his paycheck into his retirement fund. He never touched it, never questioned it. He believed in the system. When he turned 65, he walked into their office, ready to collect his life savings. He wore his best shirt, the one his wife bought him for their anniversary. He walked into a cold glass building that his labor probably helped pay for. That's when the nightmare began. The man on the other side of the mahogany desk had a cheap smile and a $20 haircut. He pointed at a screen. The inflation of the last decade had cut his purchasing power clean in half. The number on the screen was big, but what it could buy was pitiful, a ghost of what he'd earned. Then came the government's cut, massive taxes on the withdrawal. The fortune he thought he had, the one he'd sacrificed his health for, the one that cost him weekends and holidays with his family, turned to dust in his hands. Frank had to sell the house he raised his kids in. I remember the smell of that house, sawdust and his wife's baking. He had to watch strangers carry out the furniture, the pictures on the wall. He moved into a trailer by the highway, where you can hear the trucks rumble all night long. Why? Because he trusted paper instead of trusting concrete. He traded his sweat for a digital promise, and the promise was a lie. You need to understand this and understand it now. Money locked away under the government's rules is not your money. It's the system's money. They let you look at it through a screen, watch the number go up and down, but it can be confiscated, devalued, and taxed into oblivion at any moment, and you have no say in it. You are a spectator to your own future. You have to take control. You need to follow this protocol. Step 1. Break the glass. Stop blindly pouring your money into Wall Street funds that you don't control. It's an illusion of ownership. You need investments where you hold the keys, not where you have to ask for permission to withdraw your own sweat. You wouldn't let a stranger hold the title to your car, so why let them hold the title to your life's work? Step 2. Tangible wealth. Invest in real things that governments can't print. Precious metals that have weight in your palm. Income-generating properties where you can stand on the porch and know it's yours. Private businesses and your own machinery. Real wealth has physical weight. It's something you can stand on, hold in your hand, or operate yourself. It makes noise. It smells like oil and effort. It doesn't disappear when the power goes out. Step 3. The self-sustaining fortress. Build your own retirement system. Create businesses that generate cash flow regardless of your age. A machine that works for you day and night. You should never, ever depend on a government check to put food on your plate in your final years. That is not freedom. That is a cage with a longer chain. It's the difference between being a lion in your own jungle and a dog waiting for scraps from the table. Today I told you how they trap your money for decades only to hand you back pennies. But in the next video I will expose the corporate loyalty trap that will leave you jobless and broken after decades of sacrifice. Wake up, kid, and get to work.